Let's talk about it.
Do
Let's
you
talk
wanna
about it.
do you wanna give them a little story of what happened? So
What was crazy about it was it wasn't even on my radar.
right. Yeah.
So I think we was talking, or you sent me a message, or
We were on the
we
phone.
were
So we
we were
were
on the
on the
phone.
phone. I was working. I was on my Bluetooth. Yeah, I don't know what you were doing, but you were
Right,
on the phone. We were talking about something. You were talking about watches, and I'm like, you told me, right? Like, hey, have you seen this one? This watch? I've been looking at it. Hey, send it to me, and I saw it. I'm
right,
like, well, what about? Have you know Certina, right? And you're like, yeah, of
right,
course I know Certina. I'm like, honestly, in my opinion,
right,
they're an undervalued company that's Swiss made, and I believe, in my humble opinion, that people are sleeping on it.
right,
Why
right.
I don't know why it's not so popular. I think some models are really attractive, and I remember seeing something on Joma Shop, and I'm like, let me send you the link so you could see what I'm talking about, because I think it's a pretty attractive watch, and I think it brings a lot of value to the table for the amount of money that you could pick it up from. So
Right, right.
I sent it
So
to you. Craziest thing, Fred. So I had P. Ross on the phone, and he's always very talkative. Blah, blah, blah. So I send him this, and he's like,
silence,
yeah, he's like, hold on. And I'm like,
crickets.
hey, P, you there? And I'm like, oh no, I think the phone the phone call got lost. And then he goes, huh. I'm like, oh, you are there.
Yeah,
Like, oh my god,
right,
I never seen this before. Like, I knew
right,
Legit
immediately. I'm like,
speechless.
yeah, he was
right,
speechless. It was crazy. I never really experienced that from P. Ross.
right.
And I'm like, all right. He's like, I think I need to pick this up. Not kidding. The next morning he calls me, I bought it. I'm like,
Wow,
But
wow.
that's crazy.
the thing about it was, me and we were going back and forth because I think you like the gray dial.
Yeah,
I
I like
think,
the grayed out, right?
and I kept saying silver dial, and you like, no, ain't no silver dial. I'm like, it's a silver dial, man.
Ross, who else do you know that owns a Cartier Pasha? Like,
Right,
I've
right,
never really.
yeah,
That's
right.
Fred all day, baby.
Oh
That's
yeah,
Fred
yeah,
all
for
day.
sure,
You
absolutely,
know, Pagani
yes, sir.
Design is me all day. Pagani Design, you know.
Oh, oh man.
No, I'm
Mm-mm.
That's
just
right. You
kidding.
own that, nigga.
That's me. No, so for me, one of the watches, and honestly, this thing has really it's funny. Same effect that P. Ross has had with that watch with the Certina, this watch has had on me. Oh crap, stuck on my headphones. Here it is. So
Mm.
unboxing review of this watch on my channel. Honestly, I haven't even thought about getting another watch. It's weird. I'm always thinking of getting other watches. I'm always in love with something else. I've had this for 3 weeks, P. Ross.
Yeah,
Going on a
uh-huh.
month, 3 weeks.
Right,
Honestly, no desire
right.
whatsoever to get another
And
watch,
you
which
know
I'm
what was crazy about that was when I ordered mine, you hadn't got that yet.
right.
So
You
when
got
you
yours before
no, you got
at the
yours
same time.
before me.
Okay.
And
Okay.
and when you got it, you say, "Oh, it's the Certina," and I was just kind of like, no," you know what
How
I'm
long
saying?
did
I
you have
was
to
like,
wait for the Certina?
I think I ordered it on a Wednesday, and it got here like that Monday.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
so it
not
wasn't
that
that it
bad.
wasn't that it wasn't that long. But when he got his, I'm like, damn, where mine at?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
But that's
uh,
the funny thing that we talked about it, right? And we're like, you know what? This is so crazy that we both got like affordable Grail watches without really knowing it was our Grail watch. Because I
right,
had seen this watch drop in June, the SP, by the way, SPB 143. In case you're listening to this, and I've seen it, and I saw the case shape, and I was like, okay, 62 MAS. I'm a fan. Always been a fan of that. I can never afford it. It's too expensive, and I'm scared to get a Franken watch too because they're older watches, you know what I mean? So I always liked that case shape. And then when I saw this, I was like, all right, it's a little out of my price range. It's a little over $1,000. I can't afford it. But luckily I was able to sell some things. I moved the watch and I came up with the money and I was like, oh crap, I actually have the money for that. Should I get it? Should I not? And I was like, I'm just gonna do it. And I did. And honestly, one of the best feelings I've gotten in a long time with a watch. Like, and honestly, I get compliments on this left and right because this is a hot model, I guess, right now or something. I don't know, but my video is doing incredible too. Is doing a lot of good things for my channel, which is crazy. And that's not why I got the watch, obviously. And what's something that I said in the review, which is true, 100%. I said, since I was a little kid, the Rolex Submariner has been the watch that I've been wanting to get, and it still is, right? But it wasn't never about the brand; it was about the aesthetic. it's just an iconic design for me that I like. So this doesn't look like a Rolex Mariner. Obviously, it looks different, but it does resemble the first diver watch by Seiko, which Seiko is near and dear to my heart. So that goes a long way. And I just love the way it looks, the way it feels, the way it performs. It's giving me about 72 hours power reserve.
Wow.
Incredible. I mean, it's great. Like I just haven't been able to take it off. I just changed the straps on it and I'm happy. Like everything. And I feel bad for all my watches. They're just kind of like they don't get any wrist time now, you know? So
Right.
but I
It's a good
guess
looking watch though. Like
I appreciate that.
for
Man.
some funny thing is that I don't know if I'm alone in this, but when I see it, I get a lot of Tudor Pelagos vibes from it.
I've heard that. Yeah.
Okay, so at least I'm not alone in that.
Yeah,
But like,
I've heard that, but if you look at the 62 MAS, I mean that's a long time ago, right? It's in the
yeah.
in the 60s. Yeah, it's in the 60s. So the